India wants to become a developed nation in 2047, which is our big dream. So, where do you see us headed, sir, from where we are today?
Whichever country empowers entrepreneurs, especially women, what happens is this entrepreneurial ecosystem should grow and thrive. Those are the people actually can pull the people from the bottom of the pyramid.
We collect so much data day in, day out. There is no nook or corner of this country where data is not being collected.
What we are missing is, I talked about earlier, is the larger product development opportunity, right? So now, why is India only making generic drugs? And we are worried about patents and all these things, the Pfizer, all these companies are making. No, you can create your own Pfizer, right? So that addresses 1.4 billion.
How important is mentorship? One, for the young Indians, and also mentorship for the government.
When I mentor people, I take very deep interest in their personal progress. It's very important for you to recognize that that is the responsibility of being a mentor.
Multiple mindsets. So can you speak up, because you're doing it in different spaces? How are you able to manage?
In the Air Force and the military training, you don't give up.
Correct.
You fight till the last breath,
Correct.
right? And the other thing the training helps you develop is you lead from the front.
Thank you so much for being here, sir. In fact, this is the first episode of the Prime Movers segment that we have started. And I cannot thank you enough, because it's an honor, it's a privilege to have somebody so accomplished, somebody who is doing so much from where you are for the people, of India, for the people of our nation. And if I don't call you a prime mover, I don't know what prime movers would actually define. So thank you so much for being here. Sir, I want to start.
Well, thank you for having me. First of all, it is
Yes.
an honor and a privilege
Thank
to
you.
chat about the causes and that I believe in, and what we can do as an individual, as every single person, to be better in our life, as well as to how can we contribute to empower someone else's life also.
Absolutely, sir. And I think you
Thank you for
speak
having me.
for many, and you will speak to, kind of inculcate a lot of thoughts in us today. So with that, I want to start. What do you think? Where do you think we are headed? See, India wants to become a developed nation in 2047, which is our big dream. Like the American dream many had in the previous generation. This is a dream we have today, to become a developed nation, to have that status in 2047. So where do you see us headed, sir, from where we are today? We'll start with that small question and then we will expand.
Yeah, I'm always optimistic. As long as we have the culture of learning, the culture of innovation and competitiveness, so we will for sure become a developed nation. When you talk about developed nation, it is not about GDP growth alone, right?
Yes.
I think we just have to be very clear. The distinction between developed nation and developing nation is per capita GDP. And I have spoken in multiple interviews and forums also. What it means is you're pulling people from the bottom of the pyramid into the mainstream.
Correct.
Right? Whether we call bottom of the pyramid, whether we call them poor, it simply doesn't matter. So if you have to be a developed nation, which I think there is a tremendous opportunity right now to become most powerful nation plus developed nation.
Yes.
Why? Because the technology is available. It's
Correct.
as a commodity, AI, what I call.
Yes.
It's a transformational technology.
Yes.
It's a paradigm shift. It's available to everyone. But again, when you think about developed nations, can we become by 2047? I think we can do much, much earlier with this technology available to us. But the larger question we need to ask ourselves is, are we culturally, notionally, are we ready to become? Or our entrepreneurs are being promoted or encouraged to drive those innovation? Whichever country empowers entrepreneurs, especially women and children, what happens is these entrepreneurial ecosystem should grow and thrive. And those are the people actually can pull the people from the bottom of the pyramid, right? And that is how you increase the per capita GDP by simply creating more high paying jobs, give them better opportunities, better pay, and you uplift them. So the ecosystem thrives. So hope that makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that is how we create. We become a developed nation by promoting entrepreneurship, innovation, and building capacity. Number 3, right? That is how we do that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Sir, it's wonderful that you spoke about this and about technology. Today, a large part of what we are going to discuss is also about technology and where you come from, AI, be it data or cloud. So, in a developed nation, what we build on is institutions, we build on infrastructure, and we build on the intelligence. Whereas AI and, data stand in this triad for India. So, why I ask is that it's become, it's no longer an option for us. We have to be there, right?
Right.
So, can you speak about that? How are we building it? Where is this sitting in our country right now? The triad of, institution, infrastructure, and intelligence.
So this technology is pretty unique in the sense it is available to everyone who seeks it.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So we can always talk about GDPR, like data protection, privacy, and all those things. That simply doesn't matter.
Correct.
Okay, so I think we have to have a clarity. Data protection and security is utmost important,
Yes.
right? But then what we are talking about innovation and access to technology. Once you have access to the technology, you can drive innovation.
Correct.
And once you have both, then prior to that, you also have to think about privacy, data protection, and all those things. So infrastructure, what we mean by infrastructure is, in terms of AI world, call it as a stack.
Okay.
Right? One is the chipsets. Starting with energy and power is the bottom layer.
Right.
And then you lay a chip on top of it. Then you create an infra compute layer on top of it, like chips and compute. And then you build models, the language models. Then from language model, you build application.
Right.
So this is the stack, give or take. That's a stack that we are growing into. So what will happen is, because now these stacks are available for you to access, right?
Correct.
So you can, and without any restriction, like somebody innovates, let's say someone creates a new model in any part of the world. Mostly it comes from US.
Right.
It is available to you straight away.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Straight away meaning without any delay. If it is available to me in US, it's available to you here. So there is no disparity. There's no barrier to entry for you to drive for product development or innovation. There's no barrier.
Correct.
Earlier, technology used to be a barrier.
Correct.
Right? So that is why we used to tell all these innovations are happening in North America. We have the technology issue.
Yes.
Number 2, intelligence have become a commodity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that is what your
Exactly.
question you're asking.
Yes.
Now you have Shakespeare with you. You have Einstein with you. You have best of the medical researchers with you. So there is no option for us to not to recognize
Right.
these things that are available to you. Intelligence is a commodity.
Yes.
Like if you have Einstein and if you have so many powerful intelligence accessible to you, what is the excuse you have? Like we don't have much excuse,
Absolutely.
right? We
Absolutely.
can't. So the question of developing nation, access to technology simply doesn't exist in this area. And that is what we need to really take a deep breath and comprehend.
Correct.
how do we skill our people for that?
Mm.
How do we use this technology
Correct.
to create efficiencies in the system?
Yes.
If you are in a pharma company doing a drug development, use this technology to innovate at par with Western countries.
Correct.
Who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you. But if you are all a service provider providing services, provide services that are AI-driven services, building small language models, domain-specific models, what we call RAG, fine-tuning, and all these technologies are available. You should be providing those services to them, right? So you have opportunity. Agriculture, you can completely reinvent. Supply chain, you can reinvent. So what I am trying to tell, நான் தமிழில் சொல்லணும்னா இதுக்கு வந்து எக்ஸ்கியூஸே கிடையாது. Not to innovate and invent, there is no excuse at this era.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
It is our own culture, our own our limitation in mind and thoughts that is going to keep you backwards. Also keep in mind, this era is not going to wait for somebody else to innovate from somewhere. People are moving at every week. The shift is happening. Yes. Technology shift is happening. New technology is coming. It's never I have seen in last 30 years the proliferation of technology and commoditization of these technologies at the scale we are talking about. Yes. Right? Absolutely. So that is what you need to think about. Is if intelligence is available to me, what am I doing with that? Right? So that takes me a question I'd written for much later, but because we touched upon this topic, I'm very excited to ask you. See, in the global eye, right? India has always been a partner to scale. We have so many companies investing in India to scale their business, right? Have they started looking at us as co-creators? Has that shift happened? Because you are somebody who sits in the US for a large Major
part of
the
your
time, yeah.
year. So tell me something, sir. In your boardrooms, is this something that you discuss that India can be a co-creator? We are using that enough. There's enough intelligence. There's enough people. There's so much potential. Is this a conversation that you have? Is this a conversation there is abroad? Because we are having a lot of infusion of funds from other countries into our country. But are we being taken seriously in that fashion?
I think the question itself is I'm kind of trying to put it in a correct way.
Yeah.
Indians abroad do very well.
Yes.
It's not Indians or a particular country.
Yes.
It's as a humanity, as a human being. What are the challenges we have in this region is what we should be thinking about. So when you talk about India as a whole, we thrive.
Yes.
We thrive. We have patents. I have 4 or 5 patents. Like, people continue to churn patents out. And they are at the leading and bleeding edge of the technologies all over the world. So the same people,
yes,
who got educated here,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Like some of us from a rural part of Tamil Nadu or India, when we were pushed to the limits, and we were given an opportunity, and we dream larger, we dream bigger, we are able to accomplish wonderful things.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So it simply, the point I'm making is, it simply doesn't matter whether we are thought as a co-creator or not. India as a country.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I think you're asking,
yes,
right? As a country you're asking.
As a country, yes.
What I am challenging the thought itself. As an individual, you are wonderful in your own way. You have the wonderful opportunity to innovate. But something is stopping in this region. What is that something? I spoke about it. It's the promoting entrepreneurship.
Right.
Access to capital for them.
Yes.
So take a step back, Gayatri, and think about it, right? Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon. Where did it start? And from the garage.
Yes.
That's entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
Now, Apple or Microsoft is as large as an Indian economy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They are 3.5 to 4. So think about it, really. Just again, take take a deep breath and think about it. If one company starting in a garage can become a corporate that has almost equivalent to the GDP of the world's fourth largest economy, what is stopping us from doing it? Correct. That's the question we need to ask.
Absolutely.
You are always co-creator. We are the most innovative people.
Yes.
And I take immense pride in telling that. As a Tamilian, right? I have
Yes.
immense pride in telling that because again, I'll draw a parallel here. 3,000 years before, we have technology in Kilidi. In Kilidi, we had the absolute weaving technology. Nesovu
Yeah.
right? We have pottery.
Yes.
You have people writing language, common people writing language. Correct?
Yes.
And you have the language was spoken and written scripts were there.
Yes.
With the common people.
Correct.
We have all these Tolkappiyam, all these things are Sangakalamla irundhu irukku.
Yes.
I'm trying to draw parallelism here and hope it makes sense. But somewhere in the span of centuries, we became unpad, meaning we were not, somewhere we lost
that.
We lost that. So again, the reflection we should have, everyone should have is, it is not which region we are sitting. What is, how the ecosystem, including the government ecosystem, the private equity players, the VCs. I spoke about these 5-6 companies starting in a garage.
Yes.
Same thing can happen here.
Yes.
And no better time than using the technology that can actually create wonders.
Absolutely.
Like AI.
Absolutely.
Every in college can have an incubation hub of creating products, and we can become like China. You can become your own consumer driven economy. Then your reliance on other countries will be different. While you are innovating these products can be thought about having global reach. Right? Now you can create products and forget about services. Services, we are always at world class.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
In the product side, unless you create a product and innovate at scale, the recognition of the question, the core of your question, are we thought, is the world thinking as co-creators or innovators? So the challenge we have in front of us is, can we really create this product that and innovate at scale and deliver to the global needs? Then you'll be considered as one of the best competitor in the world.
Yes.
Vice versa of the North American or European countries. China is at that place. So again, we cannot keep telling ourselves that we are developing faster, but we don't have a product. We don't have entrepreneurship at scale.
Yes.
That can compete with China. So first we have to catch up.
Correct.
To our neighbor.
Correct.
Then we exceed and then match with the best of the nations that promotes these things.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I think it's a phenomenal answer what you've given, because what you took back from 3,000 years, it took me a second to, catch that. But I felt that somewhere in the stream of things, we have lost that ability to stand up for ourselves, think that we are enough. And, today there's so much available. Like you said, the access. What is available there is available here.
Yeah.
So why are we not utilizing it, right? What is stopping us from that? From there, I want to take a quick spin.
Can I quickly interrupt?
Yes, sir. Please
So
tell.
the reason when I talk to students, I go to all the colleges, I talk to them. I haven't seen a better talent. Like the aspiration of these young people to create product. And I was in Startup Tamil Nadu in Coimbatore. I was in Imagine. You should see the fire in their belly.
My God.
But again, I melt down because there's not enough capital that we can bring in to promote this entrepreneurship. Can we do that? Answer is yes, we should.
We should be able to.
But then you have a larger question to ask in terms of how are we subsidizing it?
Mm.
Are we, if somebody is taking a bold attempt, they can continue to fail, but as a person, they're not a failure.
Yes.
Correct. So that is what we keep. So we need to promote the culture of you can fail fast. That is the philosophy we practice in Microsoft.
Okay.
Right?
It's
Fail
wonderful.
fast, but keep learning, keep doing.
Yes.
That is the reason why America is in this state.
Mm.
Right? All these. So let's just take a moment to think about the character of Elon Musk. Right? He's a PayPal founder, sold the company, started another one, Tesla. Then from there he made his money, then continued to invest on SpaceX, which nobody is dreaming.
Yes.
He dreams of going to Mars, right? You don't have to be that crazy, but think about how one entrepreneur continued to develop multiple businesses
Yes.
and grow it at the world-class company.
Yes.
So those are the lessons we should learn. Let's not worry about him as an individual,
Yeah.
right? But what we need to think about is how is that person having that ability to start a company, sell it, invest it, start another bunch of companies, grow it, make it as a top notch in the world, and continue to accelerate innovation. So I think, are we different as a human being? Probably not,
Yeah.
right? But he has access to the capital.
Correct.
He has the best of the engineers working for him,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And are our engineers, are we less? No,
No, not at all.
absolutely not. I'm seeing it. They have everything they need. Access to the technology, like we talked about, is there. Can we get more capital infusion? Can we provide more funding and give them an ability to monetize their innovation, right?
Yes.
And then the guidance, like people like me, it's also another thing that I would want it to grow.
Mm.
The folks that have done very well in their life, and I keep talking about it. It is not that they are doing a charity by coming back and giving. It is a responsibility. It's an accountability to the
Absolutely.
land, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
how the land that has grown you up, right? மண்ணின் மைந்தன் நம்ம பேசினா மட்டும்
போதாது.
சரியா வராது. What is that you're tangibly doing, right?
Correct.
So that is where I think, like it's not a brain drain anymore. It's a brain share.
Absolutely.
Can we share our brains? Like what you are asking me is nothing but I'm sharing whatever I experience.
Correct.
Good or bad, doesn't
Correct.
matter. Whether I have achieved greatness or I'm in the learning curve, doesn't matter. But we are sharing the brain.
Yes.
So if some of the youngsters take this one and build this resilience and capacity, build resilience, and then perseverance, right? So you will have challenges, but then resilience will help you out.
Correct.
But you also have to have like your own story, like you continue to march forward
Yes.
with all the challenges. The
Absolutely.
perseverance is at most important to be focused on what we want to do.
Absolutely.
Right? Those are the characters that define people in the developed nations. Not that I'm not telling we don't have it,
Yes.
but we need to give them, we need to empower them with that.
Yes.
Long,
Absolutely.
long answer,
No,
but this is important
very
for us to
valid, sir.
recognize.
Two very
Yeah.
important points that I take from this particular answer of yours. One is, you mentioned Elon Musk.
Mm.
He has had many failures himself, but nothing stopped him because he was able to
Mhm.
step back and look at the process. The process failed. It was never him.
Him, yes.
So this is
Very true.
something that people will have to change their mindset. The minute we fail at something, we take it so personally and we withdraw,
Mm. Mm.
right?
Mm.
But that's not how it should be.
It should not be.
That takes me to the second point where you speak about mentorship. Mentorship is widely spoken about today. Mentorship at the right time, right place is so important for entrepreneurs, even for policymakers, even for governments. So, this is something I wanted to ask you. You come back here so often to mentor. You go to so many institutes, so many colleges, so many schools. You also parallelly speak to the government. You do so many things. You're trying to do so many things with them. How important is mentorship? One, for the young Indians, and also mentorship for the government, because government bodies should also be tying up with corporates to take guidance from them, because like you said, access to capital, access to so many things are higher at any given point, right? So, can you speak about this, sir? It's a very interesting topic for me because personally, this is something that has always intrigued me. What is this mentorship? How can our government take this sort of mentorship from important people, people who have been successful, people who are able to enable, and take that guidance and use it for the people of the state or the country?
Country, yeah.
Yeah.
And see, again, mentorship doesn't need to be coming from people from Western world or people who have gone out of the country,
Not
right?
at all.
So the mentorship can be from people who are leaders in their own might,
Yes.
right? A leader can tell about the resilience we talked about,
Yes.
the perseverance we talked about. The character building can be a mentorship by itself, by seeing people who have failed, achieved something, like, that will build a different character, right? We always look upon the Western world to find mentors. In my example was also the reason is Elon Musk is a different thing. We can take examples of any successful businessman here, like starting with Ajim, Mr. Premji to
Yes.
Infosys, Narayan Murthy. My biggest inspiration is my own CEO, Satya Nadella, right? So the empathy he brings to the table and the learning, the push for learning, innovation, fail fast. We live as a culture. That's one. But that is what the character we need to push into our youngsters. Whether it comes from me because me talking to people, or you talking to people, or their professors, own professors talking to them. But the real need for mentorship is being truly authentic. It's not preaching.
Correct.
Right? When I mentor people, I take very deep interest in their personal progress. Right? This is very important for you to recognize.
Yes.
That is the responsibility of being a mentor.
Yes.
Right? That means you are challenging them. You're not just appreciating all the time.
Correct.
You are letting them know this is where you. Normally, most of them do, but you also have to sign up for their success. Again, you can only take the horse to the water, like, then whatever is that, right? The thing is that then it has to drink it by itself.
Correct.
But here is how I think about it, right? One is giving them the type of learning and mentorship, but also through the network opening up opportunities for them.
Yes.
In fact, you're doing both.
Yes.
You're taking the horse to the water. We're also telling the person how to drink it.
Correct.
Correct. So that means in my mentorship, the way I think about it is creating opportunities and pushing them into take the opportunities, even though they're scared to jump and take.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a different way.
Correct.
Right. That is one part as a personal thing.
Yes.
Why I keep going back to the same thing, that people who are comfortable there, there might be a couple of reasons why they are not they're not able to mentor as much as they want to. Right. One is there is not much awareness of what the needs are here.
Correct.
Right. And then people are also thinking about their life there and countries they are settled. But what you and I should do is we should call upon them, and we should sometimes let them know there is a need. Right. So அழுத புள்ள தான் நம்ம சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, crying baby gets the milk, right?
Correct.
That is how we have to reach out. There is a platform called LinkedIn, you know that,
Yes.
right? What does it do? It just networks people,
Yes.
right? People
Yes,
seek
yes.
for opportunities,
Yes.
get this thing. You may not get the right response first time, but if you have the perseverance, you can network. This is all
Correct.
about networking.
Correct.
That's one part. The other part, what you asked me is about what the governments can do.
Yes.
I really don't know what how to put it. Right? It's not the particular government or anything like that. Culturally, we have to make sure that we support these entrepreneurs with capital infusion, and you lessen the burden of any financial what do you call taxes and incentives. No, we create special economic zones. We have huge GCC, especially in. I'm proud of Tamil Nadu because it's like we have the largest GCCs coming in. All the states that have understood the real way to economic progress is by creating opportunities that are high paid opportunities. That is where the economic growth engine
Growth
is.
really lies.
Not because we throw incentives at people.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So, what can governments do better? What can policymakers do better is there a model you can follow?
Mm.
How is that countries that are doing really well, what are they really doing? What they're doing really is they give access to capital for these entrepreneurs. I keep talking about it because that is the prime thing for them to grab and innovate.
Correct.
And then in China, they handhold them
Mm-hmm.
to take the product to the market if you are bright. They actually invest in the company.
Wow.
Right? Think about it. They actually invest in the company, not angels, not VCs. They actually invest in the company. And if you are a brilliant set of bunch of youngsters creating a product, they hold it together, they take it to the market, and then they infuse more capital for you because they want to compete against states,
Yes.
USA or whatever is a
Yeah.
which. So we should have the same drive of holding, and we are doing a wonderful job. By no means I'm telling
That we are not
that
doing
we are
it.
not doing it, but what I'm telling is we have to accelerate
Accelerate.
massively.
Exactly. That was
Right?
the word I was thinking.
So we have to accelerate in a massive way, and without is the it's not about everybody will tell, right, system is corrupt or system is changed. That's not the point. The point is we are creating a process in a good faith, but when the process itself becomes impediment for acceleration, then somewhere we have to manage it, right?
Absolutely.
And these guys in next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
if our youngsters have a free ride, or free ride meaning that they get the capital, they get the access to the technology and the drive innovation, they get the government support. I don't see a reason why we that 2040 or 47 you talked about, that can be much shorter because there's so much to do.
Absolutely.
You can manufacture chip here, you can innovate chips here, and we are short of GPUs to. There is so much demand, so little supply, and you can produce your own GPUs.
Wow.
That means you have to innovate at the chip technology. You have to manufacture chips, and you can become a chip manufacturing hub. These are all. See, again, I want to dream big.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the smaller steps, incremental steps that's going to make us super powerful.
Yes.
It is the larger
Large
vision.
steps.
So
Yes.
again, let's go back to the same example you talked about. One crazy guy thinks he can launch rocket to Mars.
Yeah.
He did it, right? And then he's building it out,
Correct.
right, as a commercial thing. And in future, he might build an AI data center there.
Yeah.
Which the power is a major concern we have, but he can now put quantum and AI chips there in Mars and still have access through his Starlink and other satellites, right?
Correct.
So it's not enough to just dream big, but when you have to do something bigger than yourself, the entire ecosystem should
Has to
support.
change.
In other words,
Absolutely.
change and support.
Absolutely.
If you don't do that, you guess what will happen? Everybody will be so proud of our culture, but people will continue to migrate.
Correct.
Rather than keeping the ideas and innovation here, you will have that challenge of why people are leaving, why we are the best. So that debate is not required.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's fantastic, sir. What I think, it's been. So much learning. I mean, you're being very spontaneous, but it's amazing because it opens you out into things that you never wanted to, talk about. It's very interesting.
Yeah, that's why I don't take questions
ahead
much
of time.
before, because my
it
own
makes sense. It makes absolute sense. And it also keeps it flowing, on the go. I think
you're
about
doing
a lot
well.
of questions.
Yes.
So let's get into slight nitty-gritties here, sir. See, We collect so much data day in, day out. There is no nook or corner of this country where data is not being collected, right? From your tender coconut water vendor to, a big mall. Everybody has a, phone pay or a Paytm or, what are the different apps. Now we are collecting data everywhere because there's internet everywhere. So, are we able to process this kind of a data? Are we just collecting data, or are we actually today thinking about, decision intelligence? Because that is important. We spoke about multiple things. Decision intelligence is so important even to create these things. For instance, you want to empower an entrepreneur today. The government also needs that decision intelligence, right? What data they are collecting, they should be able to process. Do you think we are already starting somewhere, or we'll be able to, kind of build towards that? Where is the mindset, sir, from where you stand? Because you are in and out of this industry, this business. You know how things get done or how it has to be done. So when you look at it from a bird's eye view, what do you think we are headed towards? Where do we stand right now when it comes to data intelligence?
No, so data insights, what we call. So insights gives you, or in other words, decision intelligence,
Yes.
right? So basically, what you're telling is, we have so much of data,
Yeah.
you can create some wonderful insights and use the
Absolutely.
insights to make meaningful decisions
Yes.
across. It's absolutely, whoever wants to do it, they can. That's what I keep telling. Whoever wants to do it, they can do it. The beauty of this country is, let's start thinking about the healthcare data,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You have probably what, 140 crore,
Yes.
right? 1.4 billion people.
People.
Give or take, let's take a data from billion people.
Mm.
You have go to primary care or go to hospital. You have so much of data, healthcare data. Guess what? That's a gold mine
Yes.
for drug research,
Yes.
right? So all the diabetes, heart diseases, whatever you have, especially we are so prone to those things as an Asian, right? Pacific Islander Asian, we have all these things, but that is the gold mine for the drug companies here. Can these data be shared anonymously without sharing the personal information?
details.
That is a governance decision we make
Correct.
always, right? Can the insurance company monitor this data and tell them, hey, you know what, you have to go for a walk? See, the idea is, these are different monetization opportunities we never think about.
Correct.
Your question is very simple.
Yeah.
Right? Meaning, are we using the data the way we want?
We
Right?
should be.
There should be. My answer to that is, we might be using in some areas. Those who are smart enough are collecting the data and using it. Financial data is used by banks for selling, cross-selling, upselling
Yeah.
loans and other
Yeah.
things. Definitely being used.
Yes.
So you have in doctor's office, you have the healthcare data. They are using it to return for treatment of patients and giving better services. The data being used everywhere. But what we are missing is, I talked about earlier, is the larger product development opportunity, right? So now, why is India only making generic drugs? And we are worried about patents and all these things, the Pfizer and all those other companies, Merck, all these companies making. No, you can create your own Pfizer, I'm telling you, right? So that addresses 1.4 billion. And in fact, half of this Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
Probably 2 billion thing
Yeah.
people, you can have a drug specific to them.
Correct.
Right? So if we use the data and create insights, which is nowadays, again, earlier we used to have data ingestion, we have structured data, we have unstructured data, we have all these ingestion problem, we have what we call extraction, transformation, loading, and then creating insights. Those days are gone. That's why I keep telling, if you push this data into language model, it will create its own insights, and in fact it will make actionable recommendation also.
Right.
So a 6 to 8 months of work is being shortened to 8 minutes.
Absolutely.
So yes, short answer is, the data should be used effectively. Are we using it? No. Can we use it? Absolutely yes. And can we use it to monetize and build product? That is where we should go.
It's a perfect answer. I think we just have to, like, I think it's all flowing very well in the sense that you're talking about how we should have the access to funds where we have, there's mentorship that is pushing you towards making that move. Mentorship that's not limited just to showing you the path, but telling you how to do it and making sure you do it. Like
Yes.
the action is taken, right? I think it all comes together in that format. So, next question for you, eventually in this line, I want to ask is, you know, uh, India is such a diverse population,
Mhm.
right? We spoke about product creation. Now, how can AI help in product creation is something we've spoken about. But how do we make it something that is available for everybody? See, still a lot of technology, a lot of products that are available are only still, available to the, I won't call it elite, but a certain, over a certain class. It's not available to everybody to access. There's quite the disparity, I feel, here and there. How do you think we can
Bridge
close
the
that
gap.
gap, bridge that gap?
So the technology is available to everyone,
Yeah.
right? Whether as I keep mentioning, whether you are in the nook and corners of the village or you are in class A or tier one cities,
Mm.
the technology is readily available to everyone, right?
Yeah.
In terms of
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
But in terms of product development, the mindset is not there. I think that is what
Yeah.
you're telling.
Exactly.
How should we build this mindset of innovation and product
Innovation,
development?
exactly.
And for that, you have to have a much larger, better infrastructure, right? Again, if someone needs to create a product or services, then are we encouraging them?
Mm-hmm.
Are we giving access to that technology at the time they want?
Correct.
And is it affordable? Correct.
I
The
think the last
affordability
point is
is
so important because affordability is one of the key, I think, blocks
correct.
for us to, push that forward to even the nooks and crannies of our country,
Correct.
right?
Correct. That is why the government plays a larger role.
Mm,
Correct. India is not, you cannot be 100% capitalist country like US, right?
correct.
We still have social structures that
Yes.
we are struggling with, right? So how do we give access to those technologies as an affordable cost?
Mm,
Correct.
yes.
So that means the channeling mechanism of providing access to this technology also lies with the government shoulders.
Mm,
Are these high-end technologies available to the schools?
yes.
Fortunately, in Tamil Nadu,
Mm-hmm.
we are doing a great job compared to any other state that I know. I don't know,
Fantastic.
right? I have this strong faith and belief when my children in rural areas can gain access to the technology, this technology, as not as a paid service, as a service available in the government school,
Mm,
then you can see the innovation coming from there pretty much faster and accelerated place. One. Towards that, we have taken a lot of initiative and partnership. We have skilling program
mm-hmm.
that we are partnering with. I think most of the states are doing it too,
Right.
right? It's not specific and exclusive to Tamil Nadu, but most of the states have caught up on this
Right.
area. But then, if you provide access to these technologies
Mm-hmm.
as a government sponsored
Mm-hmm.
or incentive, then you will find the proliferation is much faster.
Correct.
That is one. But other areas to think about is, can we build our own models?
Mm,
Especially India is unique and diverse,
yes.
right? In terms of culture,
Yes.
language,
Language.
vernacular languages, thoughts, and everything. So in India, it is the unity that will fit, right? In terms of, you can have models for specific language,
Correct.
right? You can have specific models for, let's say, agriculture and supply chain specific to India.
Correct.
Correct. So that is very unique. Supply chain agriculture based on our climate or conditions. You can have models for floods. So these are areas we can talk about: defense, healthcare, all these things we are talking about. So these, when you create these kind of models, that itself creates enough consumption opportunity.
Mm,
So the world's largest consumer is United States.
Right.
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 So the reason why Trump is able to put tariff is only a simple reason. He's the buyer,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Rest of the world's a supplier.
Yes.
And we have to recognize it. We can't tell that no, he cannot do that. But the question is, if we become a consumer driven economy on our own, we consume our own services like China, the reliance on those services are not there, then we become more stronger in terms of economic
Correct.
opportunities as well as growth also.
Correct.
How do we do that? This is the way to do that. You build your own product and services.
And you enable that consumption.
Yeah. That drives efficiency in your own agriculture, efficiency in own manufacturing unit,
Correct.
efficiency in own healthcare system,
Correct.
right? That is how you do it. You have to become your own consumption driven economy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that consumption driven economy should promote entrepreneurship that are local.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
That is how it will shape up. We can supply to Africa, we can supply to any part of the world with the models that we build.
We build here.
Correct.
Yes. Yes, absolutely, sir. I think it's a fantastic answer that you've given me. I want to understand, you spoke about schools and how we have to go to the grassroots to enable them to also consume. But how ready are we for AI consumption? How are we, are we ready for AI to reach, the young population? Because see, there is a threat. Let's be very aware. Simple things, even a GPT, for instance, there is a threat that it can be very easily misused by mistake also. When it reaches the young children, how do you think that should be handled? Because we should have so many layers of protection, right? And the data that's freely available for us, it can be very easily, misused, misinterpreted, misrepresented. How do you think we can protect our young
next generation?
Yes, our young from this? Because it's very scary. Even today, my son tells me, if he wants something, he doesn't say, "Can you check and let me know? Can you read about it?" He says, "Can you check with ChatGPT?"
What's wrong in that?
7 years.
What is wrong in that?
Nothing is wrong in that, sir. My point is the reliance on that is one thing. It's a small thing. But my fear is that tomorrow it should not become the companion that, that they do not have. It's a bit scary, right?
Yeah.
But there is also the wrong, there are so many things that could go wrong with AI also. But are we ready for it? Are we mature enough to take in AI in that large amount, to push it down people who are still, not fully open to what could happen? Are we ready for that?
Yeah. I think I hear a lot of concern.
Yes.
One is safety.
Yes.
What you're thinking,
Absolutely.
what you're telling me is,
Yes.
I have an ethical concern, I have a safety concern, I have a content concern.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think it's overrated. Meaning you're overthinking. Not you specifically.
Yeah, I know. I understand when you say.
People who have this concern are overthinking.
Yes.
A kid has to grow with this technology.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
Right? Your security system will be enabled by AI. You will be monitoring, AI will be monitoring. Every single thing is being infused, starting with your device to when you your healthcare, your banking systems. So if you look at all the basic needs, will be always empowered, driven, and will be made more efficient.
Correct.
By this technology.
Correct.
But then, can I use the technology to learn, to be creative, to be innovative? I think your larger concern is somewhere down the lane, the kid might lose its creativity. That is maybe one. The other one you're thinking is the safety and over-reliance on the technology.
Over-reliance, safety, and the protection of the input that, for instance, any child for that matter, right? In a school, for instance, you give AI, that can be freely used. The child puts in a lot of details or whatever it is. There is a certain amount of fear that you have. Where is this data reaching? What can be used? Can it be used for this? So many things that bubble up in your mind as, I may, I mean, as scary as it is for myself to say this, it may sound like I'm not educated enough to understand this, but there is fear that misuse of what is available for them, misuse of what is being available to the companies that are consuming this data that my child is giving or anybody is giving, the unsupervised, the time that it is being unsupervised, what happens at that point? That is the main fear that I actually have. Do we have the infrastructure to handle this amount of data going into the grassroots, people unknowingly entering details, right, about themselves into simple systems? So this is my biggest fear. So it may be child, it may be an adult who's not very aware of what they are giving also from their end. So this is what I'm talking about. Do we have the infrastructure today to handle this amount of data being collected?
So the models are, I'll take some fear of something. It has to be governed by parenting too, and like mentoring and all
Right.
those things. The models are very clearly defined for ethical models and unbiased ones, right? And the content safety and security is there. So we think about prompt injection, attack, and we in terms of security and safety, all these things are well developed models, and as long as they use from a right model provider.
Correct.
If you're using something from China, then where it is not tested and it's something, then you'll have a problem.
Correct.
So assuming that you're using a well-established GPTs and models, that is one part, correct. But the other thing is, the way I look at it is, the child can ask a simple mathematical algorithm to explain that. Okay, the benefits are there. The risk is also there, right?
No, the
So
benefits are
you and
quite
I
large.
may not be able to explain the way the GPT distills down from the PhD level, from the PhD level to the elementary kindergarten level, right?
Absolutely.
And it can create flows and all this. That's one benefit, is it? The other benefit is, are they inputting other risk you're talking about is, are we inputting something that the model can use it for your own privacy and all those things, right? So I honestly don't think so.
Okay.
No, maybe you're asking questions which is not supposed to ask, right? The child will have its own curiosity in terms of content, what they want to manage.
Correct.
And when we look at their browsing things, it's just like internet, right?
Correct.
You don't restrict the access to them or even screen time. My children have a very clear screen time.
Okay.
Right? And then I have the security software that lets me know what are they doing. So there are apps and applications you can use as a parent to govern it.
Correct.
But that should not be the reason why you want to shut down access or having this fear. That's what I'm telling.
Yeah. I understand.
Always remember, these technologies, the benefits far outweigh the risks involved. But I'm not telling it's a zero risk anything.
No, I understand.
But then there is also mischievous, not so well intended uses like deep fakes, creating things. How do we address it? From the last couple of years, I've been telling only one thing: you should be very punitive on this thing, because you are not. The same technology can completely destroy a person, mentally, emotionally, reputation-wise. So how we need to protect this thing is, there has to be highly punitive actions from the cybercrime, from the government side, of anyone who's caught in this kind of activities. Right?
Absolutely.
So that's another area that
Absolutely.
That's a long conversation, but those has to be punitive.
Yeah.
If not, the emotional struggle the person will go through, it's not simply worth it, right? So that is something that we need to consider.
Absolutely not. And I think that's what I meant also. See, cybersecurity has been very strong in India in the last 10 years. The way that department has grown is phenomenal. But are we also ready for, like
the capacity? It's a question of capacity.
Exactly.
Question of capacity.
Amount, it's increasing,
There's
right?
so
With
much
AI
is happening.
and access, we also have to buck up and build that parallelly.
Yes.
right? The government has so much to start working on already if they've not already done it. Because when it goes to the grassroots and people don't know how to use this tool,
Correct.
right? That's where the difficulty
So
really comes in.
there are instances I have seen that our government and institutions are using it very effectively.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in Tuticorin, there is a project that is happening right now
Mm-hmm.
is live traffic monitoring
Yes.
to prevent crime and all those things,
Yes.
and the temple management.
Mm.
There are things that are shaping up in a wonderful way, which can be a benchmark for all these things.
Correct.
So we are using the same AI technology to protect people,
Correct.
to prevent crimes and everything. But if we cannot let the loose actors,
Mm.
the mischievous minds, to thrive on this.
Yes.
That is
Absolutely.
that the faster we do that, and in Western countries, one thing is they do good. They sue the person,
Mm.
right? When
Yes.
that means they literally bankrupt them
Correct.
for the thing. So I don't know where the law sits here and regulations are there, but that has to be much strongly emphasized, I think,
Absolutely. And
right?
we have to advocate for that
Advocate
also.
for that. And
Absolutely.
I don't think people should not fear, because it's some for lack of better word, someone with not of healthy mind,
Mm.
mental state is doing this. I don't think anybody should fear their reputation is gone,
Absolutely.
right? No, it's easy to say, but I'm telling that that is going to be a struggle that you have to face through,
Absolutely.
right?
And I think, that's where the learning also comes from at some cost, unfortunately. I think the learning comes from these places
Yes.
for us. Sir, I think you have such a wonderful leadership mindset. I just want to break that down. See, we all grow into, you don't start off as a leader. You start building something and then slowly you gradually go up that ladder and then you become an enabler. I think we
Hmm.
spoke a little bit about it. Becoming an enabler also means that you work with multiple teams, multiple cultures,
Mm.
multiple mindsets. So can you speak up because you're doing it in different spaces? How are you able to manage so much? I want to touch upon this because it's very interesting for me. It's very intriguing to speak to somebody like you because there are so many facets to your personality that I see.
Mm.
One side, you are a director in Microsoft, and the other side you're doing so much for India for the children here, and on the other side you're a parent. So no, I want to understand how do you work with different functions like this? What do you think about leadership in general?
See, personally, I have been trained in the Air Force, so maybe some of the, like you mentioned, some of the experiences that when you look back
Mm-hmm.
comes very handy,
Mm.
right? In the Air Force and the military training, you don't give up.
Correct.
You fight till the last breath, right?
Correct.
Whatever is there.
Correct.
And the other thing the the training helps you develop is you lead from the front,
Mm.
right? So I think it is not about winning or losing.
Correct.
It is having the conviction you can get it done.
Mm.
So again, I left my pensionable job and I thought I can take the huge risk, because it's not about just being risk taker,
Correct.
but without conviction, if you just take a risk, right, and it's like falling off the cliff,
Mm.
knowing that it's a certain thing. But what you can do, certain qualities you can learn by observing,
Mm-hmm.
certain qualities can be trained, and certain qualities comes from then whether you call it as leadership or empathy,
Right.
right, it comes from going through different facets of life,
Mm.
right? So your life's experiences teaches you not to take things for granted, having that humility as you grow, and then you be an example of integrity,
Right.
right? A leader should have that kind of integrity. If you tell something you'll get it done, you probably would do your best to get it done
Yes.
without excuses, right? So my my children see that.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of time working and debating and discussing, networking, all those things. I also observe a lot from the leaders in terms of the people that I appreciate
Right.
who has that qualities. So I also want to make sure that we build a set of leaders, right? Next generation leaders that is not afraid of taking those risks.
Correct.
That is not afraid of opinion of the people, right? So I think with that mindset, yeah, the idea is you can build a broader set of ecosystem of leaders by you being an example.
Right.
And my biggest worry is, as you grow, how can we continue to maintain that humility? Because with humility comes more learning.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So that's what I continue to think about, whether I'm leading or following or something, simply doesn't matter. But I have my own convictions in life that if I have to achieve something, I'll go 100% on it. Right. At the same time, it's also good to give back.
Right.
So what we call leadership is also serving. Servant leaders we call, right?
Servant leaders.
So my thought is, the more I serve people, the more I understand the needs, not just the needs, the aspirations and the strength of the person, and I get energized by that. Uh, do I have the always the perfect, like, energetic time? I also have downtime.
Absolutely.
We go through the emotion,
Correct.
but you pick it up for a larger cause, right?
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
that's something I try to do.
I think humility, like you said, is one of the biggest, characters we have to hold on to.
Virtue and
It's the
having
only way
fun.
you can
Yes,
grow. And
correct.
of course, have fun
Yes,
while you're at it.
yes.
So I think we spoke about, how you have come together as a person, the leadership mindset. I also want to understand a big part of your growth also has happened in Microsoft, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is Microsoft's culture like? And how do you build products? AI is a big part of what you do and what you build. And you're also using AI within your own product making, right? So can you speak a little bit about that and how, it affects India?
Yeah, no, it will not affect India. It will empower India, first of
Empower
all,
India.
right?
Yes.
So the culture is, it makes people like me thrive, right? The one is the continuous learning.
Right.
So think about this way, right? Microsoft has to reinvent itself to the changing dynamics, changing technology. When somebody else was early mover in cloud and this thing, we came in, reinvented, and that's why Microsoft does every time. Like, you create entrepreneurial hubs in every part of the company. So every division acts like they are entrepreneurs on their own, building the products and services. And it's very important for us to recognize the culture that you talked about. Um, this is about having and the inclusiveness.
Right.
How do we empower the creativity and geniusness of every person? Right, that is the core of that culture. What it means is, you by yourself, or you have tremendous potential.
Right.
Can you accomplish that as an individual? Number two, can you also partner with your peers to share this knowledge? And can you also use their work to augment your own knowledge? So we have three circle of measurement.
Fantastic.
Right. One is, can you realize your own potential? You have AI is going to be part and parcel of every single product we build out.
Correct.
Right. But if you realize the potential, can you also share it with your peers?
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Then we feel all these. We have such wonderful bunch of co-workers, leaders, enablers, and can we also take knowledge from them and learn something? That is the most, and augment it, right? You augment your learning every day.
Correct.
You contribute to somebody else's success.
Correct.
And you build your own capability.
Correct.
What else? It comes in a full circle. Correct. Along with that, lay on top of it a culture of empathy and culture of giving. Right. And these are all, these are not just cannot be defined in books, right? Because the company, as every individual, have to practice this. Are there going to be different perceptions and exceptions within the company, outside of the company? Absolutely yes. The answer is yes. But as a whole, that's, we practice these different pillars of strength and contribution and sharing and empathy. Absolutely, we do that. So that's one thing. And you can actually take an idea. For example, I got this TEALS program to the Tamil Nadu school
Okay.
children. It's something that I realized that we have a program in North America called TEALS,
Okay.
Technical Education. We customized it to learn to teach AI in Tamil Nadu schools,
Okay.
and the company fully supported it, right? And then there are no boundaries as far as the innovation and creativity goes. There's
Right.
no boundary. I think most of the human beings, they assume boundary themselves. That is how much I can do, or most of us think this is what I'm designed to do.
Correct.
This is my limitation.
Correct.
I personally don't believe in that. I personally believe in, if you have that vision, if you have the conviction, and if you have the skill set, you should go ahead and do it, right? And that culture completely empowers you to do much larger than what you can imagine, and
Absolutely.
supports it without any bias, right? So that's on the culture part. The other thing you asked about is product development, right? So in any product development, it is the diversity of thoughts.
Yes.
When we talk about India's strength, India's strength is diversity. It's unity. It's not uniformity.
Correct.
Right. So whenever if you and I think the same way, there are one person too many.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
That is uniformity.
Correct.
What we talk about is unity, bringing this diverse perspective from different region. The innovation thrives at that time. Right. When you're talking the same idea that I have, there's no innovation.
Correct.
Right. Where is my creativity? Either I am just agreeing with you, or even if I disagree, I go with you.
Correct.
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 That is the strength in every product we develop, right? With this,
Wow.
first of all, we develop using our own technologies. It's eating your own dog food, we call, right?
Correct.
Using AI. AI is going to be the front and center of every single coding, every single product development. Every product we release will have AI as a part of the product.
Correct.
There's no other option anymore,
Correct.
right? Start with Excel to Office to data curation, data management, AI, everything. So it will be a part and parcel of every product development.
No, it's quite mind blowing. Sorry, I never interrupt like this,
No,
but
no,
I'm quite mind blown because I see how that culture has impacted the way you think
Right.
about building.
Yes.
So you said that it's multicultural. We take from each other, we augment different people's ideas together, which
Yes.
itself, in most places, most workplaces, we are all intimidated by another person's idea.
Correct.
We do not take that.
Yeah.
We want it to be our idea. We
It's
don't
wanted to
want to
be
use
your
a
idea.
team member's idea. We don't want to augment it. We don't want to bring it together. Second thing, what you said, which was extremely amazing, is that India's strength is its diversity. You're not thinking about product. Make one product, think about the ROI and move on. No, you're thinking about how you can use it to positively affect different people, and that you embrace.
Yes.
You don't think about it as a challenge, but you're embracing it. And that's the mindset I think people should have, entrepreneurs in India should have, that they should embrace and they should scale embracing that diversity, right?
Right.
This is what I feel like I should take away from this
No,
answer,
I
but
think
I'll let you continue.
no, it was never a question when we grew up. Diversity is not assumed. Diversity was almost celebrated in this country.
Yeah.
It
always,
was not. It was
always.
not. It was not debated.
Always.
Right. So in either in product development or in any area, you have a different thoughts, then a different debate comes up.
Correct.
And the notion that people can have, there are set of people who are brilliant, is absurdity. Right.
Correct.
So I think that's what we need to recognize in the developed nations, Western nations. There is nothing called you're born genius. There's nothing called it's genetically you're mapped to being genius. And it is not, you cannot genetically, only diseases will flow through, right? But if you have to be intelligent, if you have to create something extraordinary, you have to work hard. You have to learn.
Correct.
So I think there are a lot of cultural thing we need to take out of our mind that somehow genius is by birth. No, we don't believe in that. In Microsoft, we don't believe in that. It's because you're learning, you're working hard, you continue to innovate. That is when I'm not even telling you become a genius. Then you become a person of some intelligence.
Correct.
But in this generation, where intelligence is at the tip of your browser button, I can call Shakespeare. I told you I can call Einstein.
Yeah.
So what happens to all the genetical geniusness that we have? Zero. Now you can call this intelligence and use it the way you want. You want a drug discovery? I can do the genomic mapping, right? You can simulate it. So again, we want to really retrospect. If you think this matters to the country, it matters a lot. The more we understand diversity is our strength, the more we recognize and practice it, not just practice it, but also celebrate it, then you become a good innovator of product and service.
Absolutely.
Right? Any other thought is going to be a great impediment to our progress. It's not going to be a small impediment.
Correct.
Because I keep telling, if there are three people and three people talk the same and think the same and think they're the genius, there are too many, and then nothing meaningfully gets out.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's a very, thought-provoking question, very intense question you asked, right? But I want to make sure we lay it out what we see in terms of how just not Microsoft. I think any company would have to celebrate the diverse thought process and debates and everything. And that is how it should flow in.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And I think that's where somewhere we have to recalibrate or, kind of pivot and come back to the thought that we are one nation with many strengths.
So many strengths. Yes. Right?
Yes.
So many, like we have different cultures, different ideas about living, different thoughts.
So many opportunities.
At the same time, you can build a product that are exclusive for that segment, but also for larger segment.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I think you're a great mentor because the way you're speaking, the way you are talking about how we can become, right? Developed nation, or, even in general to grow as a person, to grow as a country. I think there are so many wonderful thoughts. Sir, I know you're doing a lot of work with the government of Tamil Nadu. Can you elaborate a little bit about what you are doing right now currently for the state and for the welfare of our country as a whole?
So the few things that first of all, yes, I can articulate few things that we are doing well. One is very core to my heart, and I continue to emphasize pushing AI to the rural children. It's very important to my heart, and it's how that is the way it is shaping up in this state. Is I'm proud of it. So again, are we going to be perfect in everything? Probably not. But the strides we have made is very encouraging to see. Because I have seen the fruits of the labor, talking to rural children, and they have built their own products and services from the rural side. Right? Some products, right? So that is encouraging. That's in one area. You continue to push, you continue to scale, push, and then it will happen. It will continue to expand and flourish in a way. You will see more of these children coming out and trying to become an entrepreneur.
Right.
That is important to have the inclusiveness for coming from the different section of the society, right? So that's in one area. The other area is entrepreneurs. Within my own set of friends from North America, as well as some of the venture funds, and I do invest as an angel investor on a selective areas where if it is a women-owned entrepreneurship and there's a lot of innovation, and I have taken stake very recently in one of the wonderful. It's not even a startup; it's growing great. So very recently, last month, I've taken a stake on the company. But at the same time, we want to do more of these things, right? And we have a Tamil venture fund, specially focused on Tamil entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And they have taken stakes in, at least in my mind, like more than 40 or 50 companies.
Wow.
It's like not well known.
Yeah, it's not.
But when the opportunity comes to me or the partners, they evaluate it.
Okay.
They do the due diligence, and then they either put a seed funding, they put a big funding, right? I do on both sides.
Both. Okay.
Then even if you don't take the stake, I like to talk to entrepreneurs. So on my own time, I take time off to visit these conferences, Tamil Nadu, either Tamil Nadu Startup or Imagine or the RISE function that promotes global entrepreneurship for Tamil community. I personally take time off to come here on my own time and then make sure that I participate, talk to people, understand where they are. At least the least thing I can do is connect with people.
Absolutely.
So those are core to my existence, I would call, right? Connecting people, making sure if two people connect and they see synergies in this opportunity, then there's a possibility of they can do 1+1 is not 2, it can be 11.
Correct.
Right? So that is what my dream is. How can I connect more entrepreneurs together? If not, can I give them motivation? Can I give the ideas to build on the platform? So the I'm very sure, and I have this conviction that world is going to be a beautiful and better place if we open our hearts and mind and connect the people and have that empathy and give them the right capabilities, right? That's I truly believe in. It has happened to me. It has happened to my friends. I have a lot of CEOs, a lot of friends that I have. They have dreamt big when they had nothing, but they achieved it, and they are contributing back to the society.
Fantastic.
So that's something I do. And also now recently I have shifted my also my interest in to Sri Lanka,
Okay.
where they are rebuilding the entire nation, and we are trying to contribute our best, me and my friends,
Okay.
to build schools or bring some GCCs there and all those things. So it's now from India to Asia. We're trying to
Right.
network and connect and get the things done. So
Fantastic.
Sirutuli Peruvallamari, small things.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, I think the proudest thing is I was sitting with the legendary actor Kamal Hassan a week before. He encouraged me to visit the Roja Mutaya library. Fortunately, I had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Balakrishnan and team, and they're doing tremendous job. And there is a solid passion from the global Tamil community to contribute, and those are the areas that we look forward to. How can we preserve this wonderful culture and heritage we had, no, as a nation broadly, right? But also as everybody does for their own state.
Absolutely.
It follows the principle
Start
of
from your home, right?
charity begins at
Absolutely.
home, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that is what we want to do. How do we protect, nurture, and grow this thousands of years of legacy where we were able to read, write, had the technology, and we conquered half of the Asia, right?
Yes.
So those are the things that we need to start thinking about.
Absolutely.
And that is where my heart is.
Yeah, and I think you and your friends, I must say, are doing a full circle now.
Full
You're
circle.
coming the
Yes.
full circle now, which
Yes.
is wonderful to see.
Yes.
To give back to the society is as important as just, doing something for yourself.
Yes.
And I think you also have to reach a certain stature where you're comfortable enough to do that. I'm so happy, that this conversation came about, sir, because I think you are a true global citizen. You're thinking about the environment, the people around you, the people you can uplift,
Mm.
to a great extent. And, that is so, so important in the development of our nation as a whole.
Yes.
I'm very, very proud to be sitting. I'm actually honored to be sitting across and asking you questions. I don't know if I'm, to that stature, to even sit and
No,
ask
no.
questions,
It's
but
a
I'm so
privilege.
happy
It's
to.
privilege to share, I would tell,
Thank you. Thank
because
you.
I keep telling that it's not just me. Maybe I am visible, but there are so many people who are doing it well in their own might, and no contribution is lesser contribution. But
Absolutely.
sometimes we are not aware. People are not aware how to do that. So through your channel and the way you are positioning yourself to make the difference in people's life, to have this engagement with people who are doing it, is going to be very impactful.
Thank you,
So
sir.
I
That
also
means,
congratulate you. Yeah.
thank you so much. With
Mm.
that, I just want to quickly run to the last segment, which I've
Okay.
planned. Normally, I do a personality decode, but for Prime, I wanted to do something called a, industry decode to see, because industry experts come to this table to
Mm-hmm.
speak. I wanted to talk about the industry. So we'll just quickly delve into it and just to see where we stand in India today.
Mm.
So my first question is, when the AI industry in India talks about scale, what does it really mean today? Scaling users and adoption as fast as possible. You choose one of the four options that I
Okay.
give. Then in the end, we will see where we are leaning towards. B, scaling productivity and efficiency across sectors. C, scaling decision quality, fewer errors, better outcomes. Or scaling inclusion, reaching populations traditionally left out. Where do you think we stand currently?
You have to pick only these four.
If
Okay. So I would tell all of the above
okay.
because the scaling AI services or AI can start from infra to product to
Mm-hmm.
benefits to data protection
Mm-hmm.
and larger economic prosperity.
Right. But are we
Right?
doing all of it, sir? I mean,
It's an opportunity to do all of it.
correct. But
Right?
where do we stand today? If you must say that, this is where we are at right now. We'll eventually head there, but
There is a huge aspiration, as I
mm,
mentioned. And I also laid out the constraints that we have
correct.
to overcome.
Correct.
But are we stopping is I don't think so. But
No.
that the scale is about how can we deliver these products and services using AI
Mm,
across verticals, whether it's
correct.
education. So they are doing it.
Right.
But are we there yet? No.
Okay.
Right?
So I would
That is
say
what they
maybe
think.
somewhere between B and C.
B and C may be a better pick for you. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Over the next decade,
Hmm.
the biggest responsibility of AI in India should be A. Drive enterprise competitiveness globally, strengthen governance and public service delivery, enable MSMEs and local businesses to scale sustainably, or build trust, ethics, and long term societal confidence.
I would at this point I will pick A.
Okay.
So globally scale your product and services while assuming the other things will be there,
Will be there.
should be there.
Okay.
Without the foundation, you don't. But your primary notion should be how do I drive economic prosperity
Correct.
and entrepreneurship
Correct.
using AI? If we miss that thing, we'll be chasing a tail of the thing, right?
Yeah,
So,
right.
mm.
Absolutely. Third question for you. How should global technology companies truly view India today? As a high growth market, as a talent and execution hub, as a co creator of platforms and architectures, as a thought leader shaping responsible AI globally.
I'll go with B, talent and execution hub. But there are tremendous potential on the other areas, right?
Right, absolutely.
Co-creation, innovation, and everything,
Absolutely.
right? And that is where we need to shift
Yes.
quickly.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. What will ultimately determine whether India is genuinely AI ready by 2047? This is the Viksit Bharat dream. So, access to compute, models, and infrastructure, availability of skilled engineers and researchers, quality of data, institutions, and governance frameworks, or leadership mindset, long term thinking over short term wins. What do you think will determine our?
I think the leadership mindset, right?
Okay.
That we are not less than anyone, because access to technology
Is there
is there,
available?
right? Available to everyone. So the rest of the things are your own attitude, and the governance is some part. But I think when we lessen when we relax certain rules and empower people, then it will happen. So leadership has to be there. It's not just the mindset. I think leadership has to go and where we want to go, right? By breaking the barriers.
Last question, sir.
Mm.
In AI and technology boardrooms today,
Mm.
what truly drives the final decision?
Mm.
A, speed to market, competition, and staying ahead of the next AI innovation. ROI, efficiency gains, and measurable business impact. Long term capability, resilience, and strategic relevance. Or societal impact, trust, and generational responsibility.
There is a bits and pieces of all of the above, but speed to the market.
Speed to market.
Because the innovation and the technology changes is so much faster.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you are late, no one respects legacy.
No one
here.
respects. Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I think with that, I come to the end of this. But what I see is, sir, when we decode this, we see that there is business optimization mindset from what you're saying in India at the moment when it comes to AI and data, and the capability building mindset also. I think it's a
Capacity building, yeah.
mixture of both. With, of course, A and B, which is acceleration and nation building, which is a bit, probably we've crossed one. We are in between the B and C's right now, where we are thinking about optimization and capability building. With that, we end the show. But what a great session, a mind-blowing session, because there's so many takeaways for me today, starting with how, hard work is the key to everything. And you must dream big. I mean, big, there is no option there, right? If you want to be something, you have to dream big, you have to work hard. There are no two ways about it. And we have to embrace our culture, our diversity, and to think that it is our duty to bring this nation forward together.
Yes.
Right? I think this is what I have taken away from our session today, and much, much more, I must say. I'm sure the audience watching this will also feel very empowered by the end of this conversation. And thank you so much. A few words, if you have, about this podcast. What did you think about this conversation that we have had today, sir?
No, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you.
I think you have a very specific vision of taking the ideas and experiences to folks that want to replicate and grow in their life and career. That's a noble thought, and I give big kudos to you for doing it.
Thank you so much.
And it's not easy, because this is something you're not thinking in terms of commercial, but you are thinking in terms of changing the mindset of the people.
Absolutely.
And that itself requires a different mindset. So kudos to you.
Thank you, sir.
And I enjoyed it. But overall, I think it's not like the questions and answers what we talked about, right? This is not black and white. It's purely a resilience, a mindset, that how we are going to drive not just prosperity, but also you can change the life for your generation in this era. And this is the time to leap forward with full conviction, faith, above all, learn.
Yes.
Right? That is
absolutely.
Yeah. With that,
Absolutely, sir. I think it's one of the sharpest conversations I've had, and I'm so glad that you took the time to sit with us today and talk to us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wish you very best in 2026 and
Thank you.
beyond.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.